Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. I haven't been on here for a while. My name is Bella, and I do makeup and beauty videos and everything kind of videos. But today I wanted to show you guys how I go from not this, but you guys will see in the beginning I look crazy. But no, but like from honestly my naturalist state to my glam state. And sometimes, you know, like these type of videos motivate me to get myself together. So I hope this video motivates you to get yourself together too. Especially if you have somewhere to be or an event coming up, get your hair did, get, you know, maybe learn a 1-2 makeup tip from this video. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into the hair. I'm gonna be braiding my own hair. So under my wigs for protective styles, excuse me because my voice is just coming in and out. I had a mean cold. Like when I tell you guys, this cold, usually when I braid, I like to braid the front of my hair separately just to kind of help it grow. I feel like if I braid it all back, because I don't have that strong of a grip on my braids, like if someone was to braid it for me, then I would let them just braid it all back. But yeah, I'm braiding it myself, so I'm gonna try to get a pretty good grip. Just gonna separate it with some Shine and Jam Extra Hold. So this is what I've been using as of recently to do my braids. So I'm just gonna put a good amount, and especially at the front, because the front also shows more under my wigs. So I really want the front to kind of be somewhat good, nicely braided. I don't really care too much about the back, but the front I'll put a little bit more emphasis in the middle, because I usually wear middle part wigs. And so I just start with the front, and then I separate it, and I braid it a few times normally before I start grabbing, so it can be nice and tight. And then I just go down the side. Just gonna leave that like that for now. As you can see, I was able to grab an okay amount. Some hairs I didn't grab, which is okay. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side. I'm gonna braid the rest of my hair back, but on the side, I'm gonna braid this one down into the one on the side. So let's start. I just kind of created a line. I can't really see, so my braids are usually not the greatest. Finished braiding my hair. Super quick braiding job. nothing special. So I'm pretty much, I just put it in a ponytail. And then I just put it in a small bun. Gotta get a new chair. Anyways, excuse me for the chair that's squeaking. That's annoying. If you guys can hear that, I apologize in advance. So, as I'm braiding my hair back, I'm going to take a braided wig. So this is a braided wig from a company that I just launched. Something that's dear to my heart, braided wigs, because I feel like this video I'm going to be talking about the struggles that I've had as a Black creator, or that, let's just say, I feel like I probably wouldn't be the only one that would deal with these struggles. So I'll just kind of generalize it, but this is my personal kind of experience, and I obviously can't speak generally for everyone, but I believe that these struggles come more so because of the color of my skin. I've just been popping it on and off. So one of the struggles that I wanted to talk about, since we're on the subject of like hair, is just the fact that like I feel like we struggle a lot because of our hair. Our hair has to be like done. Like we can't just sleek it up and put it up in a bun and, you know, just do a little style right quick. We really got to get our hair did. Like, we got to go to the salon. We got to get a wig. So we got to get our hair braided. So regardless of what we're doing, it's like you don't really see girls out here just rocking their afro in every single video that they create. Or when they go to like events, they just, you know, have their natural hair out. You know, they just combed it out and just left it open. Although that would be practical and that would be kind of the style that would be the easiest for us if it was society, if society accepted it. But we kind of have always conformed to, you know, society by having our hair straight, and which is what, you know, if we're talking about microaggressions and biases, like we don't want to look exotic. So a lot of our styles that are natural to us are not really accepted in the corporate world, but also just not accepted in the world of beauty as well. When we think about beauty standards, like I've seen a lot of people talk about, oh, we have to change the standards of beauty, but these people are still wearing wigs and you know, myself included. I understand, because it's so time consuming to wear our natural hair. All those things is what makes our career as content creators a little bit different, especially when we're talking about like a Black girl who has 4C, like coarse hair, you know, and like very tight coils. So I think for me, when I started this hair company, I was thinking about the Black girl like me who struggles with getting her hair done. I had a brand send me a wig about 8 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, in 2017. I still have that wig. Oh my God, I'm gonna show you guys that wig. But look, I still literally have that wig. This wig is from 2017, and it is a company, I don't remember the name of the company, so forgive me, but it's got like ombre at the bottom, and like until this day, like the braids are still good. Like if you look closely, I've worn this wig like a lot of times. Like I've worn this wig a countless amount of times. It's very long too. It's very full, and some of the braids in the back are kind of getting undone, but I can definitely like fix that. And it's just like, I just love it. And to me, how practical the wigs were, but for me, like I found my daily routine and my ability to show up in the corporate world, my ability to show up to my appointments and to just go out became so much easier as I started to wear these braided wigs. Back into it in 2022, but then I kind of left it because I didn't really like some of the styles. And then I just said to myself, if I could just find like the lace that I want and these braided wigs, I will love it. And then I finally found a wig that I liked, a source that I liked. So I started selling wigs. So I'll put the link below and then you guys can check it out. I just feel like it's just so much more practical for me. At the end of the day, I really don't have to think too much about styling a wig. And as you can tell for me and the way it fits my head, it doesn't look too wiggish. Like some people will tell, but most people will think that I got my hair braided, which is like the goal, right? So if I get the, ooh, you got your hair braided, then I know the wig is tea, okay? The wig is, we're just gonna do a simple look because I'm going to go make dinner. So not going anywhere today. Yeah, I kind of just woke up today and I was like feeling sick, so I didn't think I would want to film a video. But I got a burst of energy and I'm like, you know what? I think I can do it. And the way I choose my titles is kind of authentic to me. So this is how I've been kind of like feeling, right? Because then it's easier for me to speak on it in a more authentic way. And honestly speaking, there's a lot of things that I feel like you have to sacrifice in order for you to be successful in this field. But I wasn't really willing to. For example, starting a family, because it's so time consuming. But for me, having a family is so important. And it's something that I prioritized, right? My education, I prioritized it. And finishing university was a priority for me. And which is why I'm not going to completely say that, you know, there's no opportunities for women of color, because I obviously never gave 100% of myself to the world of influencing. But I've definitely seen, and some of the things which kind of discouraged me, honestly, to pursue this full time was the fact that it was just harder for women of color. And as I expressed, the first thing is just the beauty standards. Like, let's be honest, women of color have struggled to become the beauty standard. And for companies to include us, we literally had to fight. And people had to sacrifice their lives. I'm using the MAC. This is like a very old concealer palette. You have to come in this industry, in my opinion, with discipline, and that's with everything that you do, but also aggression. And what I mean by aggression is you got to be aggressive in this space, because a lot of the times you're going to get, just like in any industry really that you're working your way up, and in any business, you're going to get a lot of no's before you even see a yes. Companies can help you out, but a lot of the times too, I feel like the people who are around you are just so negative too. And the first time I ever experienced a lot of this negativity, to be honest with you, a lot of the times we just have to call it 100. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat stuff. A lot of the times Black people don't support each other. There's a lot of people who discourage you. There's a lot of people who look down on what you do. A lot of people pretend. It's a lot of that. And if you're an empath, the way I am a person who is very empathetic, and I feel things. So I think a lot of people are this way, but I really would say that God has definitely made me extra empathetic, to the point where, like, if you cry, I probably will cry too. Like, I could say off rip that I notice is the lack of support from the community, from Black people, from people who you just thought would just be more positive. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't like a video or watch a video. I'm just saying that you meet them in person and they just like straight hating. Like, the vibes are off. Like I said, I'm an empath. So if you was a hater, I feel that too. right? So this is the Sand Concealer, the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer in the color Sand. I'm just going to use that to prime my lids. A lot of the times we just kind of just be so self-consumed and trying to achieve our own goals that we don't really stop to think about the people around us who need our help or who just need encouragement. You know, that can be the best help you can give someone. Because for me, that's kind of like what I said. That's kind of what I was looking for more so. But it's something I never even got. So I had to kind of encourage myself through this journey a little bit more and just, you know, build myself up. And it was hard. So a lot of the times I just, you know, would be kind of discouraged, which is why you would kind of see a lot of the inconsistencies. But also I was just working on other areas of my life, which also were important. So I think God ultimately has a plan. Especially like I was staying in Atlanta for a few weeks, a few years back. And that's the first thing I noticed when I was there. And I was very disappointed. I was like, a city like this where you would expect like, okay, let's go, Black people are doing business. That's actually the place where I felt as though Black people didn't support each other. You know, and me being of African background, going there and seeing African Americans, I was very disappointed. You know, I felt like it really couldn't get worse than the Africans, but I really, in that moment, felt like, whoa, it'd be bad out here too. Like, you can't really compare, but like, I just feel like ultimately just not getting the support from one another is the first thing that's hard in building your content creation business or any business that you do for that matter. Like when your people are not supporting you, it's hard. It's very hard. So yeah, I'll just leave that there. That's just my first struggle. That's a struggle. And it's where am I at now with this and how do I feel now about that? I don't care if you don't support anymore. I'm using this Glam eyeshadow palette to do my eyeshadow, by the way. And I'm gonna take this white color here. That's what I'm going to apply to my lids. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Power Grip primer. All right, here we go. With the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer. Trying to get like, so this is in the color medium beige. So let that be. And then go like this. Wow, it's so crazy. When I started to film this video, I had a few points, but that point just kind of took over because I feel like it's so important. Another thing I will talk about is, and one thing that I see a lot of people complaining about this, but it's something that has never really bothered me because I truly came on this platform to influence and to be, you know, a person who can encourage someone to get up and do something that maybe, you know, maybe they had the idea to do so, but they just never put it forward, or maybe they were just inspired by seeing me do it. But yeah, I think one of the most annoying things have been feeling copied. Felt at times a little bit mimicked, but people just wouldn't give you the credit type thing, right? And even like I said, I talk about like some people will literally do things that you do, and then instead of saying, hey, I got this technique from you in makeup, I really like it, I use it now. No, they're just gonna go use it and act like they saw it on YouTube or on TikTok. feel like I put too much product. Ugh. I hate when I do this because I hate blending out my nose. I feel like it could go left real quick, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. I just feel like a little product should be enough for the nose contour, but it's okay. Today we're gonna do an extra big nose contour. Just love, creating content. Also with the Too Faced again under my eyes, just to give it like an extra, like a boom, boom, boom. Like a boom, boom, boom. Pinky Promise Elf blush. Just gonna apply that here. So it can just be like a moment. Yes. I've been loving blush lately. As you can see, I feel like this is a pretty good blend already. I'm actually gonna use a cranberry-ish. This is in the color Wineberry. Let's see how it wears out. And this is Black Radiance Lip Gloss. Not sure which color it is, but it's like the darker brown one. Overall, I've learned that you have to support yourself, you have to encourage yourself, and you have to strengthen yourself in the Lord. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you come from, who's supporting you, who's not supporting you. You have to know that God ultimately gives you visions for stuff and puts things in your heart, and you do as your heart pleases, and that's when you're going to find the ultimate fulfillment and joy in whatever it is that you do in life. You don't have to get approval from anybody, get claps from anybody, because if God wants you to be somewhere, then you're going to be right there. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought, and follow me on TikTok as well, because I'll be posting like smaller videos on TikTok. I feel like TikTok is more like easier, not gonna lie, to edit than YouTube. So you guys know the deal. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.